Yeah. What's up, everybody out there? You know me, Mr. Bob Busy Man from G Boys TV, man. Welcome one, welcome all. You see me out there on many episodes. I talked a lot about superstars that's in the game, in the rap business, from DMX to Aaliyah, Little Kim, Nicki Minaj, so on and so forth. Uh, you know, but today, I'm gonna kind of get off of that. Kind of screw off that. I want to talk about self awareness. I'm talking about self awareness within ourselves. On who we are, what we are, what we do, what we see, and what part that we play inside a community. I walk my community every day. And I say what's up to you, a lot of young brothers and sisters out there. And when I say brothers and sisters, I don't only just mean, blacks. I'm talking about Puerto Rican, Chicano, Haitian, Jamaicans, because we all one, you know what I'm saying? Bottom line, man. And even those few whites out there, too, man, that ain't live in the community, man, because right now it's being integrated with a lot of whites. Um, and I see things, man. I see young brothers out there on the corners, though they be out there just singing they wish it woulda couldas, or they pushing their little product, you know what I'm saying? Or the girl next door down there prostituting, or some little young kid out there working in somebody's drugstore, you know what I'm saying? Um, these things is things I don't want to see. And I ask myself, why do I see these things, man? Why is these things happening in my community where I live at, where that I love, and I see why. You know, um, you have the drug population. It's not as apparent as it used to be. It's overflown as it used to be, but it's still there. I see police beatings. I see unfair treatment through others because of another race or creed. Um, these things is these things wasn't permitted through God. These right here was pushed on through man. Pushed on through man for those that don't understand or care to want to understand how others are. Inferiority. Um, why do we have that for each other? That's what I don't understand. Why? Why would I see another brother or another sister pick up a gun or a knife to hurt another? Because he said that she said, or maybe because he or she got stoned and they just went out there and just got, you know, totally unconscious and unaware and just hurted somebody for no probable reason. You know, why? You know, we all said to ourselves, well, the white man put the drugs in the community. It was the white man who didn't put much books in our community, who obscured us from the reality of civilization. That was the white man's doing. And to that degree, yes, I do agree with you. But through time, things have changed, not dramatically, but there were change. There was time that you and I, just 46 years ago, wasn't equal to a white man. You was only worth half. That day has changed. There was times that you and I couldn't walk inside a white establishment. That has changed. There was time when you and I didn't even have a voice. That has changed. There's time that to a certain degree that we could not walk in certain communities unless we was oppressed on by white vigilantes and even our local police at most of the time. Some of those times, not all, but has changed. There was time that we hardly had any black leaders. That has definitely changed. There was a time that, the greatest office in the world, throughout the entire planet, a black man wasn't even visualized or even having an inkling to even think, to even have the concept or even dare to think about sitting in that seat. Right now, we have one there sitting at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That time has changed. So I say to myself, what can be the root of our selfish consciousness that we can't foresee ourselves being no more than what we are today in our communities? And I'm talking about the hood now. This is what I'm basically base my thing from the hood now. You know, when I hear a kid today, I had a kid say to me, you know, I said, "Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, or even the next 10 years?" I don't know. And I'm saying to myself, I said, well, I told the kid, I said, you live in a modern age where there are computers and laptops and iPhones, things that's right at your fingertip, the world of knowledge right there at your fingertip that I didn't have, which I wish I would have had, because I would have been able to take advantage of a lot of things that you really don't take advantage of. I said, you know, how could you not see yourself being at a certain point? She told me, I don't know. I said, did you ever had dreams of wanting to be something or to do something exciting? She said, dancing. And I said, who's your favorite dancer? She said she didn't know. She said she looked at a lot of videos and she said she liked them all. I said, that's good. I said, but is it just one of them that stands out just a little more than the other? And she said she liked a young Janet Jackson. She liked it her. I said, all right, that's cool. I said, then why you don't strive for that? She said, I don't know. I said, well, don't you think you have the power and the courage to do it? I said, you have it. It's just you not applying yourself to it. I said, if you made up in your mind, the same way like you come out here and you may smoke weed with your girlfriends or with your homeboys or cut school or whatever case, the same way that you set your mind to do that, why can't you set your mind of doing something for yourself? That's great. She said she didn't know. I said, what about your parents? Your parents work? She said, yeah, both of them. They good parents to you? Yeah. They don't beat on you or anything like that? No. So I said, but why? I mean, I don't see no type of maladies inside your life, something that would excure you. You know, you see you have wonderful parents. She told me, she said, I have wonderful parents. They're good parents. They buy me everything. They do this for me. And the thing she told me, what touched me is that, and she didn't mean to curse, but she cursed. She said, but the world's so fucked up. I said, whoa. I said, what do you mean it's fucked up? I mean, you know, think about it, you know, every time you come outside, you know, like somebody always getting shot, getting stabbed. You always see crackheads and junkies all over, or somebody's always doing something wrong. If not, the cops is always bothering you and harassing you. I said, well, I understand that, but I said you shouldn't let that stop you from doing what you like. You know, dancing is your forte. If you like it and you really truly love it, then you should just do it. Even if it's practicing in your own house, in your room, you should do it. And she told me, she said, I don't know. So, you know, I just took a little collective right there and I said, wow. I said, this is a young lady. She's kind of confused. You know, she doesn't know what tomorrow will bring or what tomorrow, if tomorrow would even come, you know, or she don't even have any hopes and dreams for the tomorrow. You know, I said, wow, much less for the future. And I'm like, wow, you know, I said, that's really a bad place to be at. You know, it's just basically you taking day by day. If you wake up in the morning, it's okay. And then you're not going to worry about tomorrow or any other day, but you're just going to worry about today. In some incidents, that's okay. But as a young child, 16 years old, and especially a young lady, that's not cool. America, that tells me it's something wrong with you, with America itself. When we can have our young children to think like that, when we can have our young children to think with no conscientious about tomorrow, with no hopes and no dreams, no visions of what a possible tomorrow can be like for them. That is bad. These kids are exactly what they say. They are the future. They are the ones who will be our doctors, our lawyers, our presidents, our congressmen and women, and what have you. But it's us. We have to set the tone. We have to say that we're going to be there for you. We have to say that we're not going to let you go down that road of iniquity. We're not going to let you be a statistic in somebody's morgue or in somebody's jail or what have you. We're not going to let you be a whiner or a drug addict. We're not going to let you be a gangbanger. But we're going to help you be somebody. We're going to help give you the courage. We're going to help uplift you. We're going to do everything in our power to make you say that, you know what, I am somebody. It starts with us. They say charity first starts in the home. I truly agree. But then our community also has a responsibility. Our mayors have a responsibility. Our congressmen, our assemblymen, everybody has a responsibility to our children. Is those responsibilities being met? Not to the fullest. No, not at all. Because when you have young children thinking like that, thinking about the next high, or thinking about, getting a cold beer, or hanging out, cutting school and things like that, guess what, America? You're the problem. You're the problem. We ain't going to lay it all on the feet of the parents. Can't do that. No. Because you have beautiful and wonderful parents, like this little girl told me. Beautiful and wonderful parents. Parents can't be there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to keep watching the child. It's no parent can do that. And me, I think I'm a terrific parent. And I know I couldn't do that with all of my kids. Even though I have wonderful kids, I was just blessed that they follow that road. But we in the community, other parents, teachers, principals, deans, our postman, our preachers and ministers and Catholic preachers and everything. We all have to take a tone. We all got to get out there in the community and look for our children. Just because they're not yours blood, don't mean that they're not yours. If they live in your community, they are your children too. It's just as much as yours as it is mine. Bottom line, if I see my next door neighbor child going up the street, a 14, 16-year-old child, and he's smoking him some bud, hey, yo, hold up, what you doing? I'm stopping you dead in your tracks, straight up and down. What are you doing? Because when I see that child, I see my child. And I make that child my child. That's my duty as a responsible and intelligent man and father, and as a resident of that community. You have a moral obligation to, in effect, in anything that may proceed potential harm to your community or anyone that's in it. You have a moral obligation. So I say to all of you, man, stand up. Stand up for the right of our children. Let's be the torch for our children. And one day, the children will be the torch for another. You know who said it. Your man from G-Boys TV, co-owner of Rather I Record, Mr. Bob Busy himself. And I say one.